Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. Today we are going to analyze the Memileo bundle. Probably you know them and probably you use them, but do you know all the secrets from this bundle? So you want to know more about these brushes, if you want to know more about the creator, if you want to know all the tricks, if you want to see them in real action with painting, here we go, where we can find this amazing bundle. If we go to kritaartist.org, you can see that we have two links. This is free and this is the Gumroad link. So if you want to purchase these brushes, this is your choice to show some gratitude to Emil Maselli. I'm gonna use this. There you have it. Can download from this page and it's already download. Wow. 200 megas is a big bundle. Loading Memileo's bundle is really easy because you only have to go to the settings and then to the manage resource libraries, go to import and look for the downloaded file. In this case, I have on my desktop, so I need to select, click on OK, open. It takes a bit to load the bundle, but nothing complicated. And now, where is the bundle? The bundle has its own tag, so if we go to Memileo Impasto brushes, you can see I have only 2 loaded. So we need to go to the resource libraries, deactivate and activate. Go to Memileo and that's it. They are all already available. And the first time you select the brush, it takes a bit of time because it needs to load up hundreds of brush tips inside of this brush. Only the first time. So now it's loaded and you can see now it's faster. Okay, perfect. Now a couple of words of the creator.
Hello, my name is Emil Maselli and I have made some brushes that mimics thick impasto paint kind of. And here is a little behind the scenes on how they were done. Okay, so here in Blender we have a light that rotates around and around like so. Then you can activate the tiling options and sculpt. And here I'm making a little example brush. And then render it out. And here is a compositing setup that slices it up into little pieces. And here I connect the example brush. And import as file layers in Krita. Remove the background, crop, export as an animated brush tip. As an alternative method, you can use photographs, like I've done here. I ran out of white paint, so it's pink. And here we are in Natron, and I've stabilized the footage and removed the background. It was a bit warped, so I used the grain extract trick shown earlier on this channel to and here I am adding some edges to each tip. Ta-da! Have a lovely day, everyone. And back to Ramon.
Thanks Emil for your work. Let me explain you some things about these amazing brushes. The first one is very useful when you want to paint and you are blending, and also I can apply big pressure. We can combine these together, so I can make softer for blending and I can go with much power, and you see the impasto combining with the blending. But maybe you see these too aggressive, so go to here, just remove the size for a moment and go to the opacity and activate it, and I'm gonna use the color rate and change this curve for more normal one. Let me choose this. Now I see that I have more regular behavior And if you like it, you know already how to do it. The second brush is really interesting brush to create this big impasto with holes in the painting. So we can create very interesting textural effects. But maybe you don't like these holes in your painting. You want a more soft transition from empty to painting. So to do that, we go to the strength and just remove these points. So with this point, I can control how this is applying the texture. So now you can see how it's softer, and I can paint controlling better the holes. I use the third brush for little impacts of big impasto, big chunk of impasto. It's pretty expressive because it left this type of texture at the end of the stroke. You will see later in the demo of painting with these brushes. This one is also interesting for backgrounds because I can paint really fast big surface. But as you see, if I paint like a normal brush, I get these streaks or little bumps in during the brush stroke. One way to change this to nothing is applying the paint thickness to 0. So now I can remove softly the impasto in my painting. Maybe this is not the goal for this brush, but if you need it, there you have it. This one is really interesting because if I make a brush stroke like this with big size, I can see that there is a bump here at the edge that can create this type of wavy effect. I use this to increase dramatically the impasto effect in certain areas. You will see later in the demo. This one is really useful if you want to create backgrounds. It's very powerful in the stroke. You can blend already with the same brush stroke, and this will be the partner of this brush and like a blender. And you can see now I can blend. If I make outside stroke, nothing happens, but I can blend perfectly and create this effect. And here we go with two pretty similar, which are like knives. Very flat effect during the stroke. Maybe the texture is not what I expect to find in a real knife effect, but the flat effect on color is really nice. So yeah, it doesn't happen in real life, but it could be interesting to see how we can use creatively. And the other one is pretty similar with a bit of rough texture. So this is good for backgrounds, and it can create already this bump, this texture. So pretty nice for priming the canvas maybe. Let's see how I use this in the painting. And this is one of my favorite ones because by default you can see it can add a more organic effect. This could be used for trees, but to cover a wide area it takes time to fill some areas. So what I do when I use these brushes is activate the airbrush, remove the override spacing, put this to 200 or similar, and you can see how this is much more fluid. If your device can hold this speed, is perfect to make the trees, or because it's not making these holes in the painting. You will see that I have a custom brush that uses something similar to create even more textured effect at the end of the video. Amazing brushes. Oh my god. Memileo, you have my respect. Now let me explain really fast why I have with right click my pop-up wheel palette like this way. The spacing is at the top because sometimes brushes can be slower than usual because you use a bigger size. So with this you can create like a trick to recover the speed of the brush. Also you have the angle, which I have the same here, but usually I had this in this panel because I have a lot of control. And if you don't have this, there you have it. This is a very fast way. Also, I have the color rate control, is how much color I want in my stroke. And this one, the smudge length, this controls the ability for blending colors in the strokes. So this is the maximum value, this is a moderate value, and this is 0, which it will be like a dry brush. Then we have the smearing or dulling. Smearing can create more random effects with colors, and dulling creates like an average mix between two colors. And the paint thickness is very useful because we can control how much volume has our strokes in the painting. Smear alpha can control the interaction between the alpha or transparency in our brush strokes. Maybe sometimes useful, sometimes it's not. And the paint over and override is preferring for blending. So I left here as an optional thing. And that's it. Imagine you need to add some gold to this picture. If I go here to the brush tip and increase the contrast almost to the higher range, you can see that if I select this cadmium yellow and automatically I reduce the brush tip and I get this effect. It's so bright that seems to be gold, real gold, that we can apply into our paintings. We can apply into these another type of images, just creating like a background full of gold. And if you see that the value or the hue is varying, we can go here and remove the hue and value variation. So now our color is going to be respected and we can play just like this. Isn't it cool? I love it. If you are using Memileo's bundle, then you realize of one thing, that if I have a brush like this, for example, and I want to use the rotation with the tilt, then I will get not the expected result. So if you need to use tilt direction effect, you can use the RGBA brushes. You have the link in the description. And as you can see, I can select any brush and it can paint in whatever direction I need to create my effects. So I decide what position I have for my strokes. Now it's painting time. Now I will be painting a demo with these amazing brushes. You have the link for the real-time painting session. There is no voice, but I think it's pretty fun to see all my mistakes. I hope you enjoy it. As you can see, I start creating a basic sketch. It's an idea that I had on my mind, so there is no real reference. Just the little study that I created for the community tab when I was announcing this new video. Thanks for your patience, because it has taken a lot of time to produce all this content. And now I'm just start to blocking the shadows in the figure. So as you can see, that little shapes, most of them are triangles, and you already see the main idea. I love this brush because it can apply softly the painting, or can blend and can create impasto with the same brush. And I have created my own variation, just as I have talked previously in the video, which is softer. But with this brush you can paint everything. It's an amazing brush. And as you can see, I'm playing with the middle tones in a warm palette. in my head, the idea was not finished. You will see me exploring and repainting, replacing. It's not written on a stone, so you can change a lot of things as when we are painting with oil medium. If you have questions about this painting or even more things about the bundle, just let me know in the comments. This brush is really cool for creating textures. I was intending to create flowers or similar thing in her clothes, and now this is a really literal copy of a Bolegov technique, which is adding a warm impressive light in the background to make a pop up the figure, the face. But in this case, I don't use my airbrush or apply too much darker colors on the face by a personal taste, so that way you can see better the brush strokes. But if we have light in the background, obviously the face will be more in shadow. And about mistakes, I have done some of them in this painting. It's not a rare thing. We all have mistakes, and that's good because we can learn from them. It's hard when you are in a deadline, but it also teaches you a lot of things, because all the tricks that I have in my arsenal came from the exploration, and also to be to be in a hurry, to the need to finish the artwork for a company or a commission. I create gold because I like gold, not in my real life, but in aesthetic way in painting. You can see how all my ladies are wearing earrings, big earrings. It's the contrary to my wife, because my wife uses little earrings. Now it's time to redefine the ear, because now is bigger than I was thinking at the beginning, and the super black line on ear, it doesn't help too much, so I need to fix that later. And now I'm applying details. This is the part where there is not too much visual changes, but it's like salt in food, and also it's like it's giving you the pleasure for painting. It's allowing you to play with your own character, because you know the painting is already much done and you only have to enjoy. Just refining some things. I need to be sure that I have finished. I will publish this image in kritaartist.org with all the resolution, so you will see all the detail, and you will see also that I have modified some things after my signature. So it's something that occurs not always, but sometimes, and it's not bad. Let me know what do you think about the painting, the brushes, the video, because I want to improve my content as a content creator. And that has been the demo for this video. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot, Memileo, for your work. Thanks a lot, Krita, for being here for the artist. Have you enjoyed this video? Because it's not the finish yet. You were seeing in this video a template of canvas, and maybe you were thinking, wow, I would like to have it on my hard drive to create this type of paintings with a more traditional look. So, well, you will be really happy to know that the link is at the end of the description, and it will be available for you as a gift for your support to the channel. The template was created by Flow, which is another brush maker of Krita community, myself. I hope you enjoy it. Stop, don't go to another video because we haven't ended the video yet. All this work is produced because Krita is sponsored me to create these videos. So if you want to get more information, more tutorials, more brushes, we need your contribution. Krita is based on donations, so we need more support to create much more features, Krita on other platforms, more animation features, and all the things that you are asking for in the YouTube comments. Thanks a lot for your support and see you next time. Bye.